What are their thoughts of you? Hi, beautiful soul. Thank you for joining me, Mystic Mia Moksha, here on Mostly in the Moment for another Love Pick a Card reading. We're looking at their thoughts of you and also their feelings, their actions, and what they might want to say to you, and then also what your higher guidance might have to say to you about the situation. We have 3 piles here. You may choose a pile based on the number, the colors, the image, the crystal, the emojis that resonate with you. Timestamps are below. These are timeless readings. And just to let you know, I do have a summer sale on personal readings going on at this time. And that is in the description as well. And with that, I hope you enjoy the reading, and I wish you much love and light. Hey, beautiful pile 1 with the emeralds. We're looking at their thoughts of you. So what are their thoughts of you? Strength card. You're as beautiful as you are strong. It's their first thought. 7 of Wands and the Fool card. They see you kind of furiously trying to start something in your life. And it's a very attractive quality to kind of have a goal and strive to achieve it. You know, a lot of people are just wandering around, not knowing what they're doing with their life, not really feeling passion for what they're doing in their life, not knowing who they are, not knowing what they want. And so for someone to come along to have such conviction of what they're meant to do and that they will make it, and you know, they put their whole heart and soul behind achieving it, is very, very attractive to them. You know, some people would find it maybe a little bit selfish or too masculine energy, whether this person's a male or female. It just ambition is attractive to them. Protecting love. It makes them feel like they have a purpose in their role with you. They feel like this is someone worth giving my time to, giving my protection to, so they can achieve this goal. Like they sense a purpose within their own life, and that makes your person, pile 1, have a sense of purpose to protect you in order to achieve your goal. If you believe it, they're going to believe it, and they do. So they feel like they want to protect you, support you and protect this goal that you have and make sure you achieve it, no matter what friends or family might say. You know, they might have some other supportive people in their life, but they might also have naysayers, people who are not really helping them with the goal. So, yeah. So they feel like they need to protect you so you can achieve this goal. Ace of Swords. They feel like you're the kind of person who would, like once you have an idea, you like to follow it through and see what comes of it, but also someone who will always continue to have something to look forward to, something to work towards. Like you're not just going to sit there idly just feeling like, what should I do? Even in your relationship or potential relationship, like you would be the kind of person that is always looking to the near future of, hey, what can I do right now that will make my life better tomorrow, in a month, next season, next year. And you do this in not just like your own personal goal or your career goals or whatever, but also with the relationship. Like, so they see you as someone who's like valuable in that sense. Silence. You're not very quiet with what you want to achieve. They might have thought for a period of time, somewhat recently, that you were kind of holding back and telling them what your goals are, at least your short-term goals. Your long-term goals is kind of obvious to anyone who kind of talks to you. It's like, oh yeah, like I'm not sure exactly what they do for their career, or I'm not sure exactly what they want in their life specifically, but I can kind of figure it out based on like what they like, what they're so passionate about, what they might be into. But you've been kind of gatekeeping some of the more intimate goals, more immediate goals to yourself. And I think just recently you've been kind of telling or opening up to them about it, or willing to open up to other people about your short-term goals. Like what you're doing now for like tomorrow, next week, next month. Page of Swords. They're hoping they can get you talking a little bit more, and so they're hoping that you would trust them a little bit more. They're kind of hoping to gain your trust. There's this feeling of you've been fighting for what you believe in, what you feel is the right thing in your life for such a long time, and maybe you've not had too much support or very little. And so you're very wary about sharing your goals, your immediate goals that you're working on right now, with other people. But I do feel like their goal is to kind of get you to open up a little bit more, trust them a little bit more. They're very intrigued. I want to see if there's any like malicious intent or anything. Seven Pentacles, no. They just kind of want to see what they're getting themselves into. They just kind of want to know more about you. They just kind of feel like they want to start planning things for the future with you, and they kind of want to see what life would be like, what they would kind of have to, what their role would be, what they would kind of have to provide for this connection, what you would be providing, and kind of like taking stock a little bit of like kind of getting in the idea of what they can expect. Like I see this person it kind of reminds me of like looking at a pantry and being like, oh, what are we low in stock of, like what do we have, what do we need, kind of thing. Just kind of taking stock in this connection and seeing like, what this connection would need, what it would look like, how much would they need to provide. Just like kind of getting like a feeling of what's expected of them, or what would be beneficial for you in the connection. Just getting a realistic overview of what a future with you would be like. Yeah. All right, so let's look in to more of their feelings. Okay, Three of Wands. They've always felt a pull towards you, that you would be kind of good for them. Like this connection would be good, but also that you'd be good for them, and maybe that they would be good for you too. So they always had a kind of pull towards you. 10 of Wands, yeah. And the more they got to see who you are, see your true colors, and see like the more deeper parts of you, they are like absolutely sure. They're like all on board. They're like, if you'll have me, I'll be yours forever, kind of thing. Like they're so sure that you're everything that they ever wished for and could have ever dreamt about, could ever dream for. But it feels like they continuously kind of check. Like it feels like their questioning phase of like, hey, is this the right person or not, is longer than it needs to be. Like they had a feeling in the beginning, and usually if your intuition, if you listen to your intuition, it's always going to be right. But it feels like they're asking too many logical questions. Like, okay, well, will they be good for this? Will they be good for that? Do we have the same sense of humor? Do we get along emotionally? Do we have the same kind of emotional language? Can we resolve conflicts well? Like, they're asking too many logical questions when they should have just been going with their instincts and their gut feeling that they had right away. Empress, yeah, you are perfect. You are like, there's no wrong you can do kind of thing in their eyes. And they're just, every time they kind of ask another question, oh, well, will they want the same kind of lifestyle as me? Like, you know, will it be okay with this kind of money rank for us? Like, what this kind of status for us? Like, what? And then they, like, you blow them away with your answers, and maybe they ask you directly sometimes. Maybe they just kind of indirectly ask you and are just blown away with how you handle these questions. And so, yeah, it does seem like they sometimes get worried about their feelings for you and kind of go err on this side of caution and start asking a lot of logical, reasonable questions about the practicality of this connection. And you haven't given them anything to kind of make them nervous. No red flags from you. The Hanged Man in reverse. So it feels like they've been waiting for someone like you, but they're kind of making you wait a little bit. Why is that? Right now they're making you wait kind of a little bit. It's because, like, once they kind of find out that you are absolutely the one, you're the person that is like their gravity that holds them to this world, they are going to be full steam ahead. And so that's why they are just making absolutely sure that you are the one for them. Night vision. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, they took this kind of questioning you. I'm getting like 21 questions. Like, all the questions that you would want to ask someone before you propose to them for marriage, or, you know, move in with them and kind of make things more official, or continue on this like next chapter of your lives together. Like, you've passed with flying colors, but they were kind of holding like a magnifying glass up to you and like being extremely like critical and like very, like, I don't know, like a little bit too much. It's like they almost kind of were trying to find something wrong with you, or trying to find something wrong with the connection. Child of Pentacles. Will this pursue? Okay, it came out in reverse. It's right under the Page of Swords. We have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like they're kind of withholding. And the funny thing is that what they want to offer you is actually something very small. And it's so weird. It's like, okay, for a lot of you, this connection is just starting. And so they're just like asking 21 questions because, like, maybe they've been hurt a lot before, or maybe they, you know, didn't handle relationships well before. They didn't ask the right questions. They jumped into things too quickly, and, you know, they suffered for it at the end. So what they're wanting to offer you is something kind of small. It's not even like getting married or something like that. It's like, it's Guardian of Pentacles, which is the Queen of Pentacles. So we have the Page to the Queen of Pentacles. It might be something like introducing you to their family. It could be like the first like sleepover date, or something of that sort, like something that's like important but not like the most important thing. I'm getting that's because they really do feel like once they know for absolutely sure, once they have their heart set on you for like 100% certainty with like no doubts whatsoever, they're full steam ahead. They're going to give you everything. You know, they've been kind of waiting for someone like you that is like their everything. Five of Swords in reverse. Yeah. They just have a little bit of conflict in their minds, in their own minds. This is nothing that you've done. This is nothing that happened in your connection with them. This is from something in the past, probably. Their own insecurities or such. And they are overcoming it, but they will start to overcome it, but it's like a slow process for them. They need to take it slow, because they can easily go fast with you. If there's anyone that they've ever kind of given a time of day, they wish they like, because I feel like they rushed things in past connections and it was like the wrong thing, or they felt like there was something that they didn't see and they wish they caught that in the beginning. So they're going really cautiously slow with you. But you're like proving them so right with their intuition that there's nothing wrong with you and this connection. Everyone has their faults, everyone has their thing, but besides that, everything else is in their own heads. But once they have this like trust towards you, their loyalty is going to be undying, and they're going to be so happy. What they regret is that they went so quickly with some other people when you're the right person to go quickly with. But that's just kind of what comes with, you know, getting older and wiser. You know, you might have spent more time with people that you shouldn't have been with. And when you finally find the right people, it's like you kind of sense like, oh, I wish you came into my life sooner, or I spent more time with you instead of this other person, or other people in my life. But that's their own like little bit of doubt and fear that they have to clear. It's very little. And this seems like in the, you know, future, they will get over this pretty quickly, because I feel like it's like in a very short period of time they make the decision that you're not going to hurt them, that they're not going to regret this, and that you are good for them no matter what happens in this connection, that this is a good call. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at some of their actions here. Okay, the Justice card in reverse. Yeah, it might have felt like some of the things that they were putting you through, I mean like putting you through the ringer, was a little bit tough. Like it was unfair almost. It's like, why am I being questioned so much? Why am I being grilled so hard? Four of Cups. And it feels like they were like taking their time, so much so that like you were kind of getting restless or impatient with this person because they seemed like they weren't interested with the kind of games that they're playing. You're like, I feel like they like me, because you can tell like there's a spark between the two of you and there was this instant connection, but they weren't really doing much with it. So you're kind of like, well, you know, like, are they not interested in me? Like, you know, bravery. Like they weren't necessarily being that courageous knight that you probably want them to be, or that person who was being bold in the connection, being upfront with how they feel and their thoughts about you in the connection. And that gets kind of uninteresting, right? If you're talking to someone, it's like, yeah, fun to talk about things you're interested in, things that happened that day, about some taboo topics like politics, religion, whatever. And then when you get around the topics of having a relationship and love and experiences and love, like they kind of quiet down and they're not so brave, and that kind of turns people off a little bit. It's like, okay, if you have a crush on this person, you might like deal with it for a little bit here and there, but like if you've been talking to this person a lot and they show interest, that they really like your company, but then when it gets down to like talking about like the relationship between the two of you, they get all quiet, or they switch the subject, or they don't talk about it as much. Like that gets kind of boring for you, it makes you kind of uninterested. 10 of Cups, which is extreme happiness. But I feel like things have been shifting recently. They have definitely kind of allowed themselves to indulge in the love of this connection, which is really sweet that they see it that way. They see it as like they're allowing themselves to accept this much extreme amount of happiness and joy, without being too worried about the outcome, too worried about if you'll hurt them or anything. They feel like that you are definitely someone that they want to invest in, that won't do them wrong, that they won't regret taking action towards. And so I feel like finally they're starting to open up a little bit more, hang out with you more, call you more, talk about love more, and it's really making them happy, and so they feel like they're on the right track. Seven of Pentacles. We saw the Seven of Pentacles here, and so now they're kind of in a brainstorming phase. It seems like right now they're brainstorming more about fun ideas for dates, fun things that they want to talk to you about. Like they might share some like memes or some stuff that they think that you might be interested in, some videos and stuff with you. Like they're kind of in the mind state of happiness, like sharing happiness, things that would make you happy, things that might make you laugh, fun ideas for hangouts, dates. I think Paolo would love this movie. Let's go, I should go find that. Or yeah, they mentioned that they like this food. Like I'm going to try to find it for them and surprise them. So they're kind of thinking about more cutesy, romantic, fun things that you might like in the moment. And whereas in the near future, they might start thinking about like more practical things of what you two might need for an upcoming relationship or a long-term relationship in the near future. Okay. Soulmate. It came out in reverse. So they kind of knew that you two were soulmates, had a really deep connection, but they weren't ready to kind of let themselves indulge in it, and they finally are. So I can see that like coming up for you two. We have the Queen of Wands and the Priestess, the High Priestess, which is definitely them following their intuition more. I feel like they're not going to doubt this connection in that way ever again, or anymore. And they definitely are wanting to kind of trust their intuition and kind of go with the flow more now. And kind of start thinking about this being a relationship and start thinking about the future and what that might look like, rather than, is this person going to hurt me? Is this going to be the right thing? And they're going to start taking actions. Like you're going to see that they're putting in more effort into dates and such at this time. Let's see if they have any messages that they want to tell you. I want to tell you how I feel. Yeah, so I definitely feel like if there's something that they could tell you right now, it's how they feel about you. But at the very least, they're feeling very excited, and they're finally opening up to trusting themselves. They want you to trust them, and they want to trust themselves as well. It's not about trust. You seem like a trustworthy person, and they get that right away. It's more about them. It's more about their connection with themselves, clearing their like little bit of doubts they have. And keep it chill, which is a temperance card. Yeah, I'm getting that they kind of just want to enjoy this time with you. They feel like they kind of missed out on kind of spending more time in more romantic fun dates with you in the past, because they're kind of trying to figure out if this is safe for them. And now that they just kind of want to soak in this moment and this time, maybe even soak up the sun a little bit with you and just spend time going on fun dates, maybe even like short day trips, weekend getaways with you. And that's their focus now. And in the near future, you're going to be able to see them expanding to something more. Okay, so what does your higher guidance want to say about this connection? Okay. Flower power. Spend time with flowers and flower essences to increase your personal healing. So even your guidance is like, stop to smell the roses. This is a good time to kind of, be in the moment with your person and really solidify this bond between the two of you. It seems like things are going in such a beautiful direction, and it's like finally this person is finally trusting themselves, trusting this connection, trusting their heart. It's all about like their intuition, because it's like the Queen of Wands and the High Priestess here is very intuitive energies, and we saw that they had a struggle with trusting their intuition, even though their gut feeling says you're right for them. They had a hard time trusting themselves. So it's like you finally get it. It was nothing wrong that you did, nothing wrong with what they did. They just kind of had to figure things out. And it's moving in a beautiful direction. And I like you. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Fun flirting, want to date. Yeah, which is really cute with the flowers here, and this connection is blooming. Yeah, allow it to kind of fully bloom and allow this bond to strengthen at this time by just hanging out and having fun, getting to know each other, enjoying each other's company. All right, pile one, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, I really appreciate a like or comment. If you want more information, I do have a summer sale going on at the time that I post this reading. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hey, beautiful pile 2, with Argonite, we're looking at their thoughts of you. So let's get started. Okay, 6 of Swords kind of came in from the future, kind of down. Okay. They're having some thoughts, and it's like worried thoughts, not the most positive thoughts. The Star. They're worried about how far you can go. If you're planning to go on a trip or something soon, they're worried about you potentially finding someone else there, you potentially cheating on them, or if you're not together, like in a solidified relationship with a name kind of thing, they're worried that you might leave them, find someone else that you're interested in. They feel like you have a lot of star potential, that you're someone who's going to go far, someone who's going to maybe need to travel a lot for work or, whatever, for leisure, just because you'll have the time. That's the kind of person you are, adventurous, ambitious. Yeah, Raven. They're like, you're my closely guarded secret, I'm hearing. I knew it was only going to be for so long that I could keep you to myself. I knew I would have to share you with the world at some point, or share you with other people. And they don't like that idea particularly. I mean, let's see. Seven of Swords. Yeah, they don't like that idea. They're trying to figure out a way that they can, kind of make this okay in their own heads. They're trying to disillusion themselves about the possibilities of you kind of furthering your career or, stepping out into the world. They're very worried that once you realize your potential, that you will no longer want to be with them or even consider them as a potential romantic interest. They don't think it's a good idea for you to kind of come into your own power without someone to check you. They feel like you're gonna kind of overdo it. They think that you're gonna like abuse your power or become someone that they don't like. It's so weird that they have all these concerns for you. Like, shouldn't they worry about their own life? Father and the Magician. Yeah, so I do feel like they might feel like you have a bit of like daddy issues. And so that you might cling to any person that kind of gives you a paternal feeling. And that you might be swayed in the wrong way. Okay, so this person is like concerned for you, but like I feel like you shouldn't be their concern. Like they shouldn't be concerned for you. Like, why are they? Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so they definitely fear that you're gonna be very successful, that you're gonna make more money than them, that you're gonna have a lot of notoriety, they're gonna be like well known, and they're oh wow, this person, oh my goodness, whatever they act like in the physical, their thoughts are menacing. Not good for your manifestations pile too. This person sees you being, at the top of your game, at the top of your field, and doing really well, being very successful. Their worst fear is that you will do so good and that you won't go the wrong way, but that you'll actually be successful and happy by yourself. And that you'll need no man or woman to enjoy your life and your success. Their fear is their jealousy of you and what you can potentially achieve and what will most likely achieve. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's go into how they feel about you. How do they feel about you? Eight of Pentacles. You are a busy bee. You work a lot. That's kind of like your MO. Like you have always been very ambitious. Child of Wands in reverse. When you have like a creative thought, you like to pursue it. These ideas just come to you. Eight of Swords in reverse. You don't see things as obstacles. You see them as opportunities. Okay. The world, that's why the world's at your feet. You can have anything that you want because you're someone who doesn't look at obstacles and challenges as something in the way, as an obstruction to your goals. You see it as a way to help you step into your goal faster, better, stronger, or something. So it's like, wow, the way this person sees you is that like you have the whole world in your hands. Like you can do anything and nothing is impossible for you. And it's because you have that kind of mindset. I'm also seeing a lot of single ladies here. So we have the Empress and this World card. We have someone. And then the Nine of Pentacles, we have a solo person. And the Star card. So it's like very powerful single ladies. And it's not that you don't have people along the journey, but you've really been always focused on your own goals in life, and everything else is just bonus, is extra. It's It's a blessing. You just kind of focus on yourself and how to live your own life. But this person is way too concerned about how you're living your own life. Okay, so they feel about you. Nine of Pentacles again, twice. So they are very, very, very jealous. If they don't show it, they are internally very jealous. Be careful of this one. Eight of Cups. They always feel like you're going to leave them for grander pastures, for bigger goals, for bigger dreams. Okay. So it's a little bit uncomfortable. Crystal vision. And with the raven here, you're very intuitive. Summer. And you have yet to come into your full power. So they're like, if this is how intuitive Pile 2 is right now, if this is how good they are in their work and their job right now, whether you're male or female, because the best bosses, CEOs, business owners are those that have high intuition, whether they're very masculine energy or feminine energy. You haven't even started to like reach your peak yet. You haven't even reached your peak yet in terms of the success that you can achieve in this lifetime. But you're very, very intuitive, and so like you're definitely going to make it. I mean, the hummingbird here, nature is on your side. God, the divine, is on your side. This person sees it. They are envious of it. They are very jealous. But they do see you as someone who is success bound. And prosperity too. Not only will you be well known and love what you do and get better and better at it, but you're also going to be making a lot of money. Wow. Okay. It's Strength card. Yeah. In the near future, I feel like they think that you're just going to get bitter towards them. And rightfully so. Like, I feel like this person's trying to hold you back, and they try to purposely hold you back. So this is like Four of Swords. This is the one that got away. You know, screw that, bitch. Like, they should have, like, I was going to be the best. This is personally a little bit narcissistic. I'm the best that they were going to get. Like, they should have stayed with me. I should be having that success and prosperity with them. Ooh, this person's going to be like even bitter in their old age. Holding on to that evil eye. I just like, see, I feel like this, like mountains here, like you're kind of like, yeah, I'm climbing that mountain. I'm achieving as much as I can. And they're just here waiting on the wayside, looking at you. They might follow your career. They might follow your success story for the rest of your life, whether you know it or not, and just kind of be secretly envious and jealous. When they could have themselves achieve the things that you achieved. It's just hard work. Ambition and getting your head right. And, some people are just don't want to get past their ego, It kind of reminds me of like, we have like three births, three kind of birthdays in our lifetimes. One is like when we're actually born into this physical world. The second is when we become conscious of ourselves and aware of our surroundings. And then the third is when you have your spiritual awakening, which is when you beat your ego and then see kind of things in a new perspective, in a higher perspective, as something, everything is all one, and you're a very special, unique person and not special at all, because a lot of us, so when you get that kind of move past your ego kind of thing, and that's kind of why a lot of people in humanity get kind of stuck in that like ego loop and reincarnate so many times. It's because like they can't like break that ego barrier, and so like, yeah, some people are just gonna you know, hold on to that hate, because it's easier than hating, like recognizing and being aware of that hate of themselves for not putting in the work and achieving those goals by themselves. It's hard work what you did. You're right to achieve those things. So let's see if their actions align with their thoughts and feelings. This is very interesting, pile too. Okay. I don't know if you know this about this person or not. Okay. Two of Wands. So I feel like they've always had they've always known that they weren't gonna be in the picture. They always denied you. They always said no. They're jealous or envious. And the only power that they had was to continuously kind of lure you in, attract you, seduce you, and then deny you. This person is a narcissist. Holy shit. Okay, excuse my language, but like, what the? 10 of Pentacles, and it was starting to come out in reverse. So, I feel like they're just, they want this perfect life, but they feel like they're not gonna ever have it. But they want it though, but they don't want to do the work for it. But you're the first person that they saw that they could possibly have this perfect looking, future with. But they don't really care about the actual relationship. They just care about their image. So this person is like a sociopath or a psychopath, or they have psychopathic, sociopathic tendencies. This person is definitely a narcissist. Oh my goodness. Okay, Star. Yeah, there again, Star card. That's you. That's you, the Star. They see you and they see your light. They see how much you shine, and they're like, everything that you have, that it can be theirs. If they have you, then everything that you have and you achieve is theirs. Is their achievement. It's their success. It's their status as well. It's their money. It's their, image as well. That's why they're holding on to you so tightly. Oh my goodness, wow. Okay, we're gonna look at a message from, your guidance and stuff afterwards, at the end. But sorry if this is a little triggering. This is, whoa, unexpected. Okay, 5 of Cups and 8 of Wands. This person, you lose. Yeah, I feel like this person is like continuously bad-mouthing you at this time. Maybe they kind of put you down, but in like little ways that's like not obvious that they're this truly evil person. So just like, oh yeah, like, why did you decide to choose that option instead of this option at work, or when you're ordering food? Like, you're such a loser. Like, why did you, like, that's obviously the wrong decision. Why would you do that? Instead of being like, oh, you know what, you had to make a decision and you picked what you thought was best at the time, and we don't always get it right. Or it's okay if you order that and you don't like it. I can order you something else, or you can have mine. They're trash talking you, and I don't know if it's so obvious to you right away. I like how like this neon pink from this deck is in this card from another deck. It's kind of like, it's like you're feeling that they're putting you down, but you don't, it's not like so bad that you're like, oh, like they're an awful person. It's just like very like subliminal, like little bit here and there. It's like maybe their nickname for you is something kind of like something you don't like, or you're like, that's a weird, stupid name. I don't like that. Yeah, I feel like this person is and they're also constantly complaining about their own life, and just, it's like their misery is just it's bringing you down, and like, dimming your light. Oh my goodness. Okay, so going into the future, what their action's going to be like, or what are they thinking about doing for in terms of the future? Prince, they just wanna hitch their wagon onto this successful caravan that's going into like success. Knight of Wands and Two of Cups. I feel like be careful because this person is going to try to really try hard to kind of lock you down in the near future, because they've kind of come up with their game plan. They've done enough messing around and they kind of wore you down enough where they're now like, okay, I can kind of hook them in now and reel them in. I've tired them out and now I can bring in this big tuna, you know? Oh wow. Oh my goodness. This is, oh no. Okay. So let's look at what would they want to say to you. You and I were too young, so they might make excuses to why they kind of kept pushing you away and like denying you, or kind of straight up like rejecting you in the past or recent past. I left when I saw you with someone. Yeah, they're gonna give you all these excuses like, oh yeah, like, you know, you were talking to this other person, you know, it's because of you. You were, you know, they caught you like talking to someone else and they thought you weren't interested, or thought you were like someone else, and you know, it's like, oh, it's your fault, you know, or you know, it was circumstances, you know, it wasn't because they weren't being an honest to good person and, you know, being straight up with you and being honest and truthful. Okay. For the right reasons. Yeah, right. So they're gonna watch. This person is very, very manipulative. Be careful. Yeah, I avoided you for all the right. You know, I had to take care of my kid. I had to take care of my, you know, my employees, my sibling, my grandparent, my parent, you know, they're gonna give you every excuse under the sun that's gonna make you feel like, oh yeah, actually they're a good person, you know, they're right, they did this for a right reason, they didn't start this before right reasons, they did this and that for, you know, it's like, oh, I saw you talking to someone else at that place, so you know what, I'm like, oh well, she doesn't want to be with me, so that's when I started talking to these other people, you know, and you can't count that. You can't pull that against me because we just started talking. So, you know, and then I saw you with someone, you know, like, you know what narcissists like are like. I don't need to explain it. Okay. What is your higher guidance's message to you at this time? Pile 2. Get some exercise. I'm getting walk your body the other way. There's this that singer Sia. I really liked her music right before she got really big in the States, but she has a song called Little Black Sandals, and it's about like her little black sandals are walking her away, walking me away, and it's kind of like at some point like this person has made you so disillusioned that you kind of have to like create a story to kind of walk away from this person. Otherwise, like, you're gonna keep getting stuck in their lies, you know. At some point, like, their lies are so strong and so like it gets you in a loop where you start to believe it, or you can't, like, you know it's a lie, but you can't get yourself out of it, so you have to create some sort of just as disillusioned fantastical story to tell yourself to walk away. As your body becomes stronger, you begin to feel stronger in all ways. Your guides are even saying like, hey, if you don't feel like you have the confidence or you're strong enough, you know, get some support, you know, people, friends, family members, outside help that might help you get out of the situation safely, and, you know, bravely. because once you get like, when your light is dim that much, it's hard to kind of make moves by yourself. But also just like working out and stuff, getting healthy makes you feel more stronger and powerful, and can help you kind of make those moves also. Okay, mirror. Mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflect our wounds, introspection. Okay, so you're definitely like an empath, a very strong empath, very energy sensitive. Empaths usually attract narcissists, especially when you don't realize your power and you haven't, taken all your power back yet, and he's done some healing and wound healing, which usually it's because you've had a narcissistic family member that while growing up in the household, or whoever, whatever your living situation was when you were younger, like you probably had a narcissistic parent or sibling or both, or straight up psychopathic, or someone who is sociopathic, not really in tune with their emotion. And so you become very energy sensitive from all the pressure of all the anxiety and stress that narcissistic person gave you as such a small human being, just out in the world, getting your footing and learning how to cope. So that's why a lot of empaths and energy sensitive people are very observant, can tell what people are feeling, because you're forced to learn how people are feeling, because it was the difference between, is this going to be a good day, a safe day, or what do I need to do to please this person so they don't harm me, or they don't ruin my day, just obliterate my emotions, usually when you're that sensitive because of whatever situations when you're growing up, you tend to attract those connections in usually a romantic love situation. And then once you go through that situation, you realize that you need to do some inner healing, then you kind of start a journey of healing whatever wounds, trauma you have from your childhood, and you'll see that you start attracting people who are nicer, who actually want the best for you, who actually let you shine your light, and you get more confident, start shining your light more, becoming more of an authentic person, and starting to love yourself genuinely. And then when you get to love yourself genuinely, instead of what other people, working really hard in order for other people to like you, because that's what you think you need to do, you end up knowing that you just have to be you, and you can love yourself just as you are now, just for existing. And once you do that, you start attracting people who are on that same wavelength. So how to I'm really sorry that the person and experience is in your life, or has been in your life, or was in your life, and that but I'm glad that you're getting past it and you're seeing all these things now. Many of us in this spiritual community understand where you're coming from. Many of us have experienced similar things. Comment down below if you want people to kind of share their stories, because this is like a really good, moment to be like, oh yeah, you're not alone. So many people have gone through things like this, and it's horrific and it's awful and it shouldn't happen, but it happens. It's a really difficult learning curve that you have to do in earlier parts of your life, okay? But let's see. I want to see if I can get a positive message from Spirit for you. Shield your energy. Look beneath the surface. Yeah. Protect your energy. Get some exercise. Get healthy. Get strong. Protect your energy. Get some crystals. Get some sage. And kind of figure out your own practice of protecting your own energy. Maybe get like a certain crystal pendant. Black tourmaline's really good for that. Any kind of black crystals are really good. the clear crystal quartz. Yeah, amethyst is a really good protective stone. Get an amethyst crystal necklace, really good. Yeah, and follow your own guidance. I'm gonna put one more card for you. Soul. Stellar Gateway Chakra. Yeah, you're if you've heard of the term starseed, light worker, spiritual warrior, like that's definitely you. That's definitely this is why you have to kind of go through these kind of experiences in order to kind of come out the other end a much stronger soul, much stronger spirit. And so just know that, like, because you have these experiences somewhat earlier in your life, you know, some people have it in their teens, 20s, even 30s. It's a good sign that you're gonna, you know, once you finish your a lot of your healing, that the second half of your life is going to be a very, very blissful, very blissed out, happy, joyous, peace, very peaceful, very enjoyable, very abundant. And then, yeah, don't let this person trap you. Set your mind free. And anything that makes you feel grounded and makes you feel peaceful, follow that. Just follow your intuition. Your intuition will guide you in the right way. Ask for your spirit guides, your spirit team's guidance at this time. Anytime, just pray to them, pray to God, pray to the universe, and just be like, higher self, spirit guides, spirit team, you know, whatever, angels of divine white light, or God, or the specific God that you believe in, or just, you know, source energy, the creator. Just pray and be like, hey, I really need your guidance at this time. Can you show me in this dream, or can you show me some signs within the next day or this next week? I would really appreciate it. They'll be there for you. They're there for you, and they can definitely help you getting some grounding in when you feel like your world is chaotic. So going out in nature and touching grass with your feet, with your hand, hugging trees is really good. Taking, you know, going to the ocean, you know, soaking your feet in salt water, have some salt baths, or getting a grounding mat for when you feel like there's too much energy built up within you. And then when you feel like energy drained, seeking source energy, your higher self, your spirit guides, spirit team, something higher than yourself, a higher power than yourself, for that energy. Going into meditation, listening to meditation music even while you're doing other things, binaural beats or solfeggio frequencies, doing something high frequency like that, or just like journaling, you know, just kind of asking yourself questions about your life or spirituality or whatever it is. Just journal, just let your thoughts be free. You know, listen to music without lyrics, go for a little drive, just let your mind wander a little bit. If meditation isn't your thing, or get into your body, move it. So these are some exercises and things that you can work on or start doing in order to kind of successfully move past this narcissistic relationship that was, you know, put on your path so you can awaken spiritually to the inner work that you can do to now heal your trauma. You know, you're coming into a safe space, moving away from this person, this connection, where you can now start doing some healing, some good healing that's going to last you a lifetime and give you a lot of abundance for years to come, a lot of fruit for your labor, your hard work when you do this inner work. So pile 2, I wish you so much beautiful love and light and luck on your journey. If you resonated, I really appreciate a like or comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. And I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 3, the Celestite. We're looking at their thoughts of you. So let's start right away. Let's see, the Lovers. Okay, so this person has already deemed you the one from the get-go. I'm getting they feel like this is my person. Queen of Swords, and Five of Swords in reverse. They feel like you're very particular too about the kind of people you keep as company, the kind of person you would even consider to be in a relationship with. And so they feel like they feel good about kind of treating you right. I'm getting like they are such a gentleman if they're a guy, or they're such they're very polite with you. They're such a lady or gentleman with you, depending. And they have no question in their mind, no doubts whatsoever that you are the one. This is it. And they feel like you're very confident that that you're the one as well. Strength. There's a lot of power in this connection. It's like when two people undoubtedly know that this is your person, that love bond between the two of you is super amplified because you both choose it, you both feel the same way, both don't have any doubts or anything. So this is a very, very strong bond because you both choose each other and choose each other over and over again every day, and it just feels very like there's no uncertainty about that. There's no uncertainty about who you are to each other, what your roles are. It's like you guys give each other a relief in the fact that like everyone else asks you so many things and you have to put up boundaries with other people, say no to other people, or you know, have to think logically. It's like, yeah, this person serving me for my highest best good or not, you know. But when it comes to each other, when it comes to the two of you, you two can let your guard down. You can talk to each other about everything. And it's just it's like a very protected connection, a very strong connection. And you two kind of only trust each other. You don't tell everyone else anything, like not even your friends or family, coworkers or anyone, your neighbors. Like you don't tell anyone anything about your connection, but you tell each other everything. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this connection has endurance to last for a very long time. And King of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. Knight of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. I feel like you might be a little bit kind of waiting on them to see if they're ready to take the next step at this time. If it seems like both of you kind of came into this pretty quickly. It was like kind of no nonsense. You both kind of knew this is what you wanted. You both kind of knew that you guys really like felt something there for each other, and they kind of shown that they're in it for the long haul, and they definitely have made plans with you and like going out into the future, like, oh, in a few months we'll do this, next year we'll do that. So they're really stable and secure about how they feel about you and the direction of this connection. They obviously are thinking about the long term, and yeah, I feel like you're just kind of waiting for them to kind of step up. Or they feel like you're waiting for them to kind of step up into that actual role, like actually make this official, or put a title on this, or put a ring on it, or something. Yeah. Let's see. Spiritual guidance. They are ready, but they're kind of waiting for like a sign. They are ready to take that next step. They feel confident in this connection and moving forward with you, but they're just kind of waiting for like one last sign to show them that like you know, make the next move. I'm getting for some of them, they're just kind of waiting for like the perfect moment, or they're trying to figure out like how to ask you, maybe how to ask you to move in, how to ask you to marry them, how to ask you for this, you know, having a child, or having, you know, moving into this next chapter of your lives, going on your first vacation together, or hosting your first dinner party, hosting this engagement dinner party, whatever this is. Like they're trying to figure out how to go about asking you this. hosting like a barbecue with their family and your family to kind of, have them get to know each other or something like that. They're like, they kind of want to make this move for the next thing, but they're trying to figure out like the perfect way to ask you, or the perfect scenario or something like that. Like, it's like, oh, should we do a barbecue? Like, isn't her family, or isn't his family like mostly vegetarian? Or like, oh, maybe we should do this, the moon card, yeah, but one thing that they're absolutely certain about is their feelings for you. So they're already, I feel like, whether you are like waiting for them to kind of step up or not, like in their minds, they feel like the pressure from you. They're like, oh, pile threeers probably want me to move forward now. Like, okay, I need to figure this out. I need to figure out the next event. I need to figure out how to make this next thing happen, this next chapter of our life, how to propose this next chapter of our lives. They're very so secure about their feelings for you. They love you lots, but they're trying to figure out the perfect scenario to move into the next chapter. And whether you feel like, come on, let's get going, or you're not giving them any pressure at all, you're really happy with where things are going, in their own mind, they are feeling pressured by thinking that you should want them to move into the next chapter. And they're like, I need to figure this out. I need to figure this out soon. Interesting. Two of Wands, yeah, because they're absolutely certain that they are moving forward with you. So things are moving into the next chapter. They're just trying to figure out the best way to propose this. Okay, pile three. All right, so let's look into more of their feelings, their thoughts about their feelings for you. Nine of Cups, yeah, under the Lovers, yeah, very, very happy. This is very, very blissful. Dream come true. I couldn't have imagined a better person to spend the rest of my life with. I can't wait to enjoy all these vacations, all these little moments in our home, all these moments with the people we care for, our loved ones, and going all together and watching these sunsets and walking on the beach and all the things. Seven of Swords, came out face down and reverse. So it does feel like they've been kind of just winging it. They've been kind of just going with the flow and kind of just seeing like things just kind of happen. Like they're like, I didn't have to put any effort into this. Like we're both on the same page, I didn't have to play any games to kind of pursue you or to convince you to be with me. Like it was kind of really straightforward. We both kind of felt the connection. We got along really well, easily. We had a lot of things in common. Things were just kind of easy. Bloom in reverse. Under the Strength card, it feels like they were kind of just letting things happen. The World card, yeah. Things naturally progress to the next level with you. So I feel like they might have felt that everything in their life was evolving along with this connection, and that's how they feel this connection was the right one, because besides having this immediate connection and both of you on the same page, the only thing they kind of felt weird about is like, is this too easy? And it wasn't even like a serious doubt. They're just like, this is too easy, but they didn't doubt it. They felt it was divine, and they just kind of went with the flow. But they realized, like, being in this connection with you, everything in their life started to evolve. They started to become a better person. Maybe they got healthier. Maybe they, nixed some habits and decided they wanted to pursue some hobbies or interests that they always wanted to learn or do. They become happier as a person. They become healthier as a person. They become a better person. They're helping other people more. They're more involved in this relationship. They feel like they have a say and they like being a part of this relationship. They are enjoying life more. And then all the other things, they're getting more money, at work. They're enjoying their work more. They're getting more opportunities that they like. You know, they're moving their life forward. Everything is evolving, and they liked being in that energy. This is what's happening now, and they just like, I like being in this energy. Reflection. They're taking some time in this kind of blooming state where right now that you guys are currently in, where they're like, yeah, like, let's enjoy this a little bit, you know, before we kind of move forward. They love thinking about how this happened because it happened pretty quickly. So they like to reminisce about how you met and their first date, your first dates together, and times that you hung out. They might even actually talk to you a lot about this, just about like little memories that they have with you, little gold nuggets of memories that they have with you. Oh, it's so cute, because they don't want to forget it. They want to kind of make this moment last. So they probably talk to you a lot about like, they might have a lot of inside jokes or a little like, oh, remember the time that we went here and then this happened, and like kind of bring up a story again and again with different friends, groups, and with each other, just like reminiscing about good times. That's a really good sign of a good relationship when you keep thinking about the good times. It's a surefire way to keep the relationship in a good place, you know. I forget where I got this idea from, but like there's someone who has like a Polaroid camera, and they would take pictures of moments that they really loved in the relationship, whether it was like a small moment or a big event, and they have like a board in one of their rooms, and they just put up all these like happy memories that they had, and so like anytime the relationship is going through like a rough patch or there's some sort of disagreement, you go into that room and you see that board filled with beautiful memories. It's like, oh yeah, this is why I love that person. Like, yeah, we can get through this. Like, we've gone through more difficult things before, you know? And so it's a really good thing to remind each other, because we have short memory spans as humans, most of us at least. So it's good to remember the good times and why you're together, why you chose to be together in the first place. Okay. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Wow, I love that, because where the 5 of Swords came out here in reverse. Now the 5 of Pentacles is coming out here in reverse. And it's just a sign that like there's no conflict. It seems so easy breezy. And you know, some people might be suspicious of like, why is it too easy? They're not, pile 3. They're not suspicious. They're like, they might have noticed it. They might have like noted it, like, oh yeah, this is easy. This is so flowing so well. They're not afraid that things are going to get messed up. They're not afraid that it's way too easy. What are they hiding in? What skeleton are they hiding in their closet? No, it's all like, no, this is easy because it was meant to be easy. Easy breezy. 10 of Cups. Are you kidding me? To hit the World card here. We have the 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups, the World card. Extreme amount of happiness. This is very successful. This is a victory. This is a well done from the universe. Like, you've achieved a really, really good, harmonious, not good, great, grand, spectacular, excellent bond, connection, love connection here with this person. You did it, I'm hearing. So whatever you've been through in terms of your love situations in the past, healing, growing, evolving, this person has also, and you two have got to the point where you can have your most beautiful, harmonious, happy, peaceful, joyous, blissed out life together. And it's funny because I don't even see anything alluding to your past. I didn't mention your past once. I didn't mention your person's past, pile 3, once in this connection. It's because you two are so focused on the here and now, focused on each other, focused on your past with each other, your future with each other. It's just the two of you, and that's all that matters, and nothing else ever did. It just mattered in the sense that it helped you get to where you are now. Wow, that's so beautiful. All right, let's look at his or her thoughts about the future and actions. Look at the actions. the Hermit and the Bloom card. Okay. They spent a lot of time. Okay, so when this was happening, when you two were kind of like coming together, it feels like you spent a lot of time with just each other, and also a lot of time just alone. And I'm not seeing other people involved, so not too many hangouts with friends or family or anyone else. It feels like just the two of you. It feels like just the two of you. So it feels like if you're not spending time with each other, you're spending time alone. And both of you kind of needed that because you needed to digest the relationship, and you gave each other the space and time to kind of kind of miss each other, think about what happened in the connection just then or the day before or the week before. And it's really, really healthy. You guys really took this in the appropriate time frame. Like, you took it slow and the right approach, and it was really, really beneficial. 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords. What's happening is that when you two were spending time together and then spent some time apart and just on your own, just thinking about the connection, thinking about where you've been, where you're going, and all that, where you are now, you guys were actually healing past relationship stuff. So this really happens when you come into like a soulmate, divine counterpart kind of relationship, where when you meet each other, you do spend a lot of time together. You hermit a lot. So you take some time out of your life to just spend more time just focusing on each other and yourselves. And that's other people you kind of put up boundaries or kind of take space from, so you can kind of focus on each other, building this connection. It's really, really important. Even if you interact with other people, it's kind of like this is the main focus here in your life right now. So when you come together with a divine counterpart or ultimate, like a really high level soulmate like this, you tend to spend a lot of time with each other, or a lot of time on your own, so you can kind of digest what just happened and you realize like, oh, this is the healthy way to handle this. And you reminisce about the past where you or your past partner might have not handled things in the right way or not the best way, and you kind of do a little bit of healing in that way. So you're spending a lot of time together and then by yourself and together and by yourself, so you can take the time to finish the relationship healing that needs to happen, that can only happen when you enter a relationship of this caliber, of a really good, healthy relationship like this. So I feel like when you two come together, you spend a lot of time together and alone and not so much with other people, so you can kind of finish this relationship healing, because relationship seems to be at the forefront of your life, of both of your lives right now. So you are taking the time to kind of do this properly. Well done, pile 3. Okay, finder of lost things. I love that. So it does feel like a little bit of your inner child is also coming up. So you're taking the time to really hang out with each other, and then after the hangout, like whatever you talked about or however much fun you had or how well you two connected, you reminisce about how that's healing for past versions of yourself, right? And then you also allow, at this time in this connection, pile 3, you're probably seeing a lot of your inner child come up, because now that you've done your relationship healing, you can go even further. You can go into your inner child. So your inner child is coming out now with each other. So you're probably being a little bit more cutesy, a little bit more fun, loving, and just really allowing your inner child to kind of come out and play, really showing the person like what you loved doing as a child, what you still love doing as an adult. 7 of Cups in reverse. All the things that you wished you could have done as a child or always wanted to do as a kid and still always want to do. You might be exploring those things, like, oh, I always want to go on more hikes with waterfalls, or I always want to go camping in this region, see the stars more, see these kind of natural events or sceneries, or visit this location, or eat these kinds of foods, play this kind of sport, or try this kind of activity, or whatever it is. You're letting your inner child show, and you're both indulging each other's inner child, which is a really, really good sign of a lot of healing, because a really good divine counterpart will help, your healing journey as well. Okay, the devil in reverse. I'm hearing that song, Me and the Devil. Wow, so I'm even getting like your shadow aspect is like making an appearance here. Starting to see gentleness. Okay, so seeing your more rougher side, your gentle side, your innocent side, your pure side, but also your dark side, your shadow side. Wow. A lot of things are coming up, and I feel like it's because they're holding space for you to kind of be your true self, show your complete full self, show it to each other. Okay, so we got the Empress and the Queen of Cups. Wow, they both came out in reverse. Wow, so I'm getting this kind of energy that you are undeniably, I'm hearing a rock god, like you are undeniably very powerful. You have the capability of loving very, very deeply and very, very profoundly. You have a ability to have a grand love, and it shows. And this person can't wait to discover you and peel back all the layers throughout their life. Wow. Yeah, oh my, King of Cups, the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. This is a wow. This is a very, very profound love. This is a divine counterpart kind of love. Wow. So you can see that this person is, they're like, I'm down. Someone who's matched me. It's this very, oh my God, I'm getting chills all in my body. Like, it's very like a god matching with a goddess. It's like I found my person, and I just can't wait to explore them for an eternity. It's like very, very strong energy. Okay. Wow. All right, so let's see what they would want to say to you now. I lost myself for a little while. Yeah, because I feel like, especially with this bloom here, and going with the flow, they kind of like, they were just so happy with the way things were going that they were like, oh, shoot, yeah, I should do something, Like, they were just like so blissed out that they're like just happy with spending time with you. But then they're like, oh my goodness, pile 3 probably wants me to, indicate that this connection is moving forward. And like I got so caught up and just enjoying pile 3 so much that I forgot about, indicating that this connection is moving forward, that I'm, making moves and steps into the next chapter of this connection. But they were a little bit blissed out and just enjoying it and letting things unfold. And they're like, okay, oh yeah, I forgot I have to take action too. It's time for me to heal now. Yeah, and so you can see that what happened is that you two were kind of coming together and then healing individually, coming together and healing individually, and now you two are kind of letting your inner child and shadow aspects show. You're revealing that to each other more at this time, and so that you're showing your inner child to each other. It's like allowing the other person to kind of give your inner child what you needed when you're at that age. So maybe it was more fun, maybe it was more love, maybe it was kind of more attention, more focus, whatever it was that you needed as that inner child that kind of lives on within you. They are definitely stepping up and indulging your inner child, and not, don't think it's weird. They're not being like, hey, grow up. They're right there with you, with their inner child, being like, it seems like your inner child get along together. And it feels like even the devil, when I heard that song, it's like kind of like, yeah, even like the mischievous things that you like to do, it's like very similar, like the little chaos like you like to cause here and there. It's very similar as well. And I'm getting even in the bedroom, you two have very similar tastes. And yeah, whether it's like gossip or just kind of, it's like your shadow self and your inner child, like they match up really well too. And it's like really nice to have someone who could, even if they don't match up exactly and they're very similar, or some things that are very different, like you have someone who can like, and like you can indulge that side of yourself with, or expose that side of yourself with, and just like let it out and be completely yourself. That's probably why you two kind of keep to yourself too, because like I don't think everyone kind of accepted all these parts of you before, and same with them. And so this is them being like, wow, this is a powerhouse. This is someone I can just see living out this really surreal life with. I'm gonna put one more card to see what they might say to you in the near future. I know I crossed that line with you and it came out in reverse. So I feel like it's almost like they're never going to say the wrong thing. I know it's like that's a lot to ask from someone, but it's like not even that. It's like you and they you two give each other space to make mistakes, and you don't like beat the other person down when they mess up or they say the wrong thing. You really listen with your heart and see what the other person's coming from. I don't know, there's something about like never saying the wrong thing. And even if they do mess up or you mess up, and saying stuff sometimes, like they give you so much leeway, they give you so much freedom to correct yourself, to understand what's going on here. This is a really, really healthy relationship. I've never seen a healthy relationship in this. 2 of Rings, the final 2. I really get that this is like the 2 of you. Like, and then there was 2. And it's just like you two against the world kind of thing. And I feel like the 2 of you are so well balanced, and it's just kind of like, I don't know, like you two are merging into one or something like that. Like you two are 1 and 2 at the same time. You're yourselves. You can be completely yourselves, but you can be as one as also. You can act as a singular being, and you can act as 2 individual beings as well. Just interesting. Like you morphed into this thing greater than yourselves. And it's like different when your 2 are like acting as a singular unit, and when you're acting on your individual pursuits and personal projects and interests. It's like it's very interesting. You act as one. When they move, you move, and it's like very magnetic. Okay, your higher guidance message to you. Your desire is within reach. Have faith, as everything is working in your favor. So I think you did want them to kind of step up a little bit and say something about moving into the next chapter, or kind of show something with some action. Everything is going great and it's fun and fine and you're happy, but you're like, oh yeah, like it would be kind of nice if things moved a little bit into the next direction. They are thinking about it, so don't worry. They're just trying to think of like the perfect way to give this to you. And healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationships or addiction. Yeah, you two have been through a lot. So I can definitely see that, like, you two are helping each other heal. That's which at a divine counterpart kind of connection at the beginning. That's kind of what you two focus on, is like healing things, so you can move into this not even chapter, but next book of your life, which is completely different from everything before you two met. I came together. I just want to get a message from Spirit because this is such a very beautiful union. And reading. Meditation. Improvements require persistence. So I feel like Spirit wants the two of you to kind of meditate together, do spiritual things together, judgment, and work together more with your healing stuff, because it feels like in the beginning of the connection you probably hung out and then did these things on your own, but Spirit is kind of like, yeah, it's okay to like do these things with each other. Like it might seem awkward because the things that you might think about when you're just thinking to yourself is like personal. You're not used to saying these thoughts to other people, especially because they're so very you. You know, maybe they're like very your perspective, or very high-minded, very spiritual, or very deep. This person can definitely hang with it, not even just handle it, but they can also help with it, and they might also feel like they can share theirs with you too. Actually, you two are meant to at this time share like very deep, profound thoughts, personal thoughts with each other. Journey to the cosmos of the soul. Yeah, this is why the two of you, I got the image of you two kind of becoming one unit. And then the Two of Pentacles, which is like the infinity sign. You two, your energy centers are linking up, so you are becoming one. And deep conversations that you might only have with yourself, very, very personal thoughts that you might think, people might think this is weird if I tell them. Those are the conversations, those are the thoughts you're supposed to be sharing with each other. This is how you combine souls. This is a divine counterpart, twin flame, ultimate soulmate kind of relationship, which is why it's very, very different and more unique than just a regular run-of-the-mill love relationship. All right, so even if it feels a little bit uncomfortable, it's funny. I just got this from my tea bag that I used for my tea today, but it says the unknown is where all outcomes are possible. Enter it with grace. So like you two are kind of stepping into this unknown. Like what will happen when we combine souls? It's a really different feeling. You might even physically feel it. The energy between the two of you is going to be different. Within your own body is going to be different. But this is where everything is possible. So you two are linking up, and when you do, your soul is also linking up to the divine, and you two are going to have some experiences, some beautiful experiences that you cannot describe. And that's why you two are probably going to keep to yourselves a little bit more in the future, or at least like not tell everyone the things that happens behind closed doors, because it is indescribably incredible. Yeah, so much so that Spirit's not even showing me, or it's just kind of magical. That's all they're showing me. Yeah, the things that you two will know, the things that you two will be able to bring into this world, the outcome of this combining of souls, it's otherworldly, I'm hearing. Okay, so pile 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, I really appreciate your like or comment. If you want more information, I do have a summer sale going on at the time that I post this reading. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light.